Hello and welcome to India Bet. Today we're going to look at the Rajasthan Royals team preview for the 2013 IPL. Now the Rajasthan Royals are the outsiders in the betting at 18-1, but let's remember that's where they were in the inaugural IPL, which they went on to win under the captaincy of Shane Warne. But the issue is that they're a very different side now, and they really are weak. I think they've been fined again for not spending enough in the transfer window. And Rahul Dravid's team are gonna be really up against it. They've got a really small squad, and that is an issue in the IPL when you need to be rotating players. The other issue is that the overseas players are really quite old now, and it's tough to be playing such regular, intense games and not pick up injuries. People like Brad Hogg, who are terrific and bring experience to the side, aren't going to be able to play every game, and there's going to be pressure on them to play when they are playing. Elsewhere, you've got Shane Watson, who's in disgrace with his current national side after getting a drubbing in India itself. And so the Indian selectors are going to see this player who's played terribly and been embarrassed whilst Australia have been on tour in India. And so for him then to go on to play well in the IPL will also be quite difficult. In the bowling attack, you've got Sean Tate and Fidel banging them down. And it's just the issue that I have with this is that there's too much pace in the Rajasthan Royals bowling attack, and it makes for easy runs. If the batsmen have their eye in, you've got pace. The pace comes straight off the bat, and it's easy to get those boundaries. It's so much more difficult to really score quick runs off spin, and the likes of Shane Watson probably is going to have to come in, bowl some off spin, maybe a snore rounder. Elsewhere, you've got Rahul, who's going to be relied upon to do a lot of batting. Srisanth. It's the big names are few and far between in the Rajasthan Royals. The only other really big name in this side, James Faulkner, brought in to do some batting, and he can do some damage. But the issue is that when you're playing 2020, every player counts. There's no way you can carry a player in a 2020 game. And it's something that maybe Mumbai Indians might have difficulty, because they're going to play Sachin Tendulkar every game. And he does sometimes need to get carried in 2020. And we saw that hurt the Mumbai Indians last season. But Rajasthan Royals are going to be carrying far too many players this season. They've got a really weak squad. It's a small squad. And well, if they come together and play together, then you never know. They might pull something off. But for me, I can see them becoming last year's Deccan Chargers. They don't have depth, and if players get out of form, they're out of form and they're being selected, and it's a competition where you need to be in form. 2020 is merciless, and if players lose confidence and bowlers are getting hit, particularly the speed bowlers like Fidel, if they come in and they're getting hit for boundaries, they're going to lose all confidence. They'll lose pace and they'll lose the vitality of that bowling, which will mean they're not even getting wickets and they're just getting spanked. For the batsmen as well, if they don't have the support of the bowlers, it's very difficult they're given enormous tasks. They get out early because they're being forced to hit hard, and the whole thing spirals down into a lack of confidence and a lack of ability to go out and win games and make games happen. So the Rajasthan Royals are really up against it, and it shows in the odds. Corals are a top price of 18-1, and it's a big price in a tournament where anything can happen. But now I feel that far from the first season of the IPL, where the Rajasthan Royals pulled it off with some excellent bowling, and Shane Warne really proved his worth there. Now the bookmakers have it worked out, as well as the teams. The teams know what you need to succeed far more than they did early on, and Rajasthan Royals, it just appears, does not have it this season. They're going to be in the bottom half of that table, and I think they're meat for the other teams. They're the team you're going to have to beat, and anyone that loses points against Rajasthan Royals are going to be kicking themselves. So I'm sorry if you're there in Rajasthan. I'm very sorry if you're a big Rajasthan Royals fan, but I just can't see them doing anything this season. Follow us on YouTube for more of our videos, and we'll be previewing the Rajasthan Royal games throughout the IPL. And like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And we hope to see you again soon in more of our betting previews. Many thanks.